$1 million Bitcoin was considered to be a joke. Now, Bitcoin is sitting at a price no one thought they would see for quite some time or ever again. What could make Bitcoin hit that $1 million mark? Yes, Bitcoin might crash 80, even 90%. But after that crash, Bitcoin will go on. So what could it be? What will be the catalyst? Forgotten password stands between investor and his Bitcoin. An early Bitcoin investor could lose a fortune because he can't remember a password. Stefan Thomas of San Francisco, California, forgot the password to access the hard drive that contains the keys to his Bitcoin wallet, which holds an estimated $240 million. He only has 2 more guesses before the hard drive will permanently lock, leaving his fortune out of reach forever. It's not like I barely don't remember it, Thomas told NBC's Today's Show. There's no chance of remembering something that complicated from 10 years ago. Gosh, why are you bothering me, man? About my lost millions. Just let me be. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency has spiked to all-time highs in recent weeks. But because it's anonymous, investors are responsible for their password. A lot of people are suffering various solutions. Everything from the Shelly one person suggested. Have you tried the word password? So that was one, he said. According to the New York Times, about 140 billion worth of Bitcoin is stranded in digital wallets. And this is the kind of thing that'll help us see a $1 million Bitcoin. From the digital world to Stefan Thomas, thank you for your sacrifice. You will be remembered for all times in the memes of digital history. He continues, a painful memory. I hope others can learn from my mistakes. Test your backups regularly to make sure they are still working. And once of foresight could have prevented a decade of regret. That said, I'll do what I always do, which is focus on building things. E.g., Interledger. Or you could take some time out and just try to memorize those 21 words. I mean, it is your money. Why wouldn't you take some time out and memorize the key? I mean, that's the safest place in the whole wide world. Your head. It's safe. Memorize it like a verse. Like if it was the Bible, Matthew 7:12, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Just like that, those words, if that was my key, it would open my wallet and I would have access to all my funds. This is brought to you by Bitcoin.com. Ukraine chooses Stellar Foundation to develop its CBDC regulatory infrastructure for stable coins. The Ministry of Digital Transformation of Ukraine has picked the Stellar Development Foundation to develop its central bank digital currency project. Nice. Ukraine picked Stellar Foundation to develop its central bank digital currency and national virtual asset strategy, according to the official announcement. Both parties signed a memorandum of understanding to deploy Ukraine's crypto strategy. The National Bank of Ukraine has been exploring CBDCs for some time. There are reports on the matter since 2016. The agreement will also strengthen the country's ongoing efforts to develop a legal framework for the crypto industry in the nation and build an infrastructure for such purposes. Oleksandr Bolkovas, Deputy Minister of Digital Transformation for IT Development of Ukraine, commented on the goals the government targets with the stellar deal. Another important aspect of this cooperation is contributing to the development of the infrastructure for a Ukrainian national digital currency. Most of the world's leading countries are developing their own national digital currencies. It demonstrates Ukraine's movement towards one of major financial trends. At the ministry, we aspire to ensure our country's adaptation to the technological innovations and competitiveness in the financial markets in Eastern Europe. For those that do not know, Ukraine has a bit of a predicament on its border. It's lost significant territory. So it must be hard to bank those that literally cannot be banked because there's armed pardon my French, freaking forces, preventing you from getting to your citizens. So this will help them deploy their money across their nation, no matter who stands in their way. Nice. We'll stabilize that nation. Is a new rally brewing as Bitcoin reclaims 38K stable coins, flooding exchanges. The price of Bitcoin has extended its recovery on January 14, reclaiming the 38,000 level. What's more, weekly candle has now turned green for the 5th consecutive week, despite the 28% crash earlier this week. Meanwhile, stablecoin deposits are flooding into cryptocurrency exchanges, according to data from CryptoQuant. The inflow may act as a short-term catalyst for Bitcoin, as it suggests that sideline capital is moving back into BTC. Why are stablecoin indicative of strong buyer demand for Bitcoin? Well, it's simple. It's the values moving from the stable coins into the Bitcoin, driving the price up, reducing the supply, increasing the demand. Remember, I am not a financial advisor. This is entertainment. Please do your own research. Seek out your own professional financial advisors. Trading app may curb Bitcoin buying this weekend if market goes wild. eToro warns clients that unprecedented demand for crypto coupled with limited liquidity may present challenges for supporting orders. Retail investing platform eToro is fielding so much demand for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies that it warned customers they may encounter possible limitation filling orders. The unprecedented demand for crypto coupled with limited liquidity presents challenges to our ability to support buy orders. Over the weekend, the Israelite British company said in an email to customers, in light of this, it may be necessary for us to place limitations on crypto buy orders over the weekend. Wow, that is horrible. That is why I personally trade on Uniswap. Uniswap. Way better than that guy. Heck yeah. The notice underscores how platforms are struggling to manage the surging volatility in the crypto market as Bitcoin skyrocketed to an all-time high of more than 40,000 last week. Basically, they're saying they don't have the money. They can't put their money where their mouth is. They don't have it. Unlike decentralized DEXs, which do have the liquidity. It's all right there and it's all transparent. This company doesn't even let you withdraw into your own personal account. I mean, so I've heard. I've never used eToro, but that's what I've read, and it is likely. They don't even have enough money to back their customers' orders. I mean, it's just a reprehensible platform. The Ethereum network is being turbocharged by layer 2 solutions. Don't forget to check out my other videos where I show you these turbocharged solutions live. I show you how to use them. But don't forget, always seek financial advice before you use these. Don't put more than you can afford to lose. And make sure you do your own research. Don't even, just make sure you have all your ducks in a row before you do anything. But check out the videos. The number of decentralized exchanges running layer 2 solutions is growing as the Ethereum network struggles to keep up with its own popularity. As excessive Ethereum gas prices continue to hamper smaller transactions and operations on the network, the number of faster and cheaper options continue to expand as layer 2 adoptions increase. Layer 2 solutions have the potential to process thousands of transactions per second, rather than the handful process on layer 1. The LeverRJ decentralized exchange has seen a surge in trading volumes since its launch. Perpetual contracts 4 weeks ago, around 75 million has been traded across 26,600 transactions, costing just under 600 in total gas fees. Industry observers DeFi Dad commented, only in DeFi 2021 could you miss these monster number trading on an Ethereum DEX built on L2. Although these figures may seem smaller compared to DeFi giants such as Uniswap, they represent a surge in layer 2 adoption at a time when the technology is most needed. Essentially, layer 2 scaling involves taking work off the root chain in order to process data and transactions faster and more cost effectively. DeFi protocol Synthetix is also poised to launch its Optimism layer 2 staking upgrade called Castor later January 14th. Unfortunately, we've had to delay the Castor release by 22 hours, and it will now be deployed at 23 UTC on Thursday, January 14th. They basically had to probably deploy a new contract, which is like at a later block, which is why they had to reschedule, because they were going to deploy the contract on a certain date, but because they've improved upon it, now they're going to deploy it on a later block. So they're still, if they could, they would deploy it immediately, but they have to wait for a certain amount of blocks before they can get that going. Check out the video on how to use Synthetix. Polkadot, Cardano are eating payment protocols lunch. The cryptocurrency landscape is changing in an ongoing crypto bull market. Proof-of-stake blockchain platforms like Polkadot and Cardano are fast overtaking payment tokens like Bitcoin and Litecoin. Cryptocurrency landscape shifting focus to BaaS. Over 6,000 cryptocurrencies have been created in less than 10 years since Bitcoin's inception. The first instance of an altcoin wasn't seen before April 2011 with Namecoin. Later in 2015, 8 co-founders of Ethereum built a blockchain platform that changed the course of the cryptocurrencies market. Polkadot, stablecoins, hurting payment tokens. The general increase in Bitcoin and Ethereum prices has also been a major factor in the entire market rise. Moreover, the bulls have been moving investments into blockchain as a service network due to the rise in stable coins. In 2020, the crypto market saw a massive 500% increase in stablecoin supplies to the tune of 31.5 billion. The daily on-chain transaction volume of USDT, USDC stablecoin is 5.9 billion and 1.5 billion respectively. These are some of the things that are contributing factors to a potential $1 million Bitcoin. Remember, this is not financial advice. This is just pure speculation for fun. But I do look at a lot of articles in order to make sure that it is not just mere fantasy, but is actually based on solid foundations. In awesome tech news, Razer face mask features transparent design, RGB lighting, and voice amplifier. Now they will definitely hear you when you make your order. Razer's new concepts include an RGB face mask and a gaming chair with a retractable screen. Every year at CES, Razer pitches one or two concept products that may or may not even come to market. In addition to laptop, mice, headsets, and whatever else is on the agenda, Razer likes to pitch something imaginative simply to see whether its futuristic ideas are feasible and no doubt how potential customers might react. This year, Razer's concept projects include Project Hazel, a Project Brooklyn, a futuristic face mask to address public health concerns, and a gaming chair that doubles as an immersive entertainment center, respectively. In the past, Razer's concepts have included a full-fledged racing simulator, a laptop that ran off of a smartphone, and a laptop with 3 screens. These concepts don't often become sellable products, although its Project Breadwinner Toasted did surprisingly become a reality. So anything is possible. You can see Project Hazel. I mean, who wouldn't want a nice mask like this? Project Hazel is the time leader of Razer's 2 concept from CES 2021. This wearable device is a face mask, much like the one we've been encouraged to wear to curb the COVID-19 pandemic. While cloth masks reduce the risk of disease, however, Razer pointed out how they create some problems. Not being able to see people's mouths makes it difficult to read facial expressions or lips for the hearing impaired. While cloth tends to muffle conversation and does an imperfect job at filtering out microscopic particles, Project Hazel, by contrast, is a reusable mask with a major rigid structure and a transparent faceplate. It relies on 2 rechargeable air filters with programmable RGB highlights naturally, and even uses Razer voice amp technology to clear up whatever the wearer is saying. In theory, Project Hazel is more sanitary, more durable, and more functional than everyday cloth mask. And it comes with the UV case. Ladies and gentlemen, that is awesome. It is a great looking mask. And it has an N95 respirator. It is rechargeable as an N95 respirator. I do not know if they installed little fans to circulate the air inside the mask. If they did, they need to bring that out to market yesterday. That is a great mask. Thank you for tuning in. Like, subscribe. Have a great one.